You know, it's fascinating how a simple invitation or lack thereof can expose the fault lines in our relationships.
Right. And this story's got it all. It all starts with our Reddit user, let's call him the learner, who's part of this tight-knit friend group.
The original post, by the way, is over on our Best of Redditor updates. And let me tell you, the comments section is a gold mine.
Oh, yeah. Spill the tea.
It's like everyone's there with their popcorn ready for the drama to unfold. But anyway, back to the learner and his friends. So everyone's super stoked about their friends, Greg and Shannon, getting hitched, right? Destination wedding in New York City, the whole shebang.
Fancy. A destination wedding, huh? So I'm guessing this is where things start to go sideways.
You guessed it. Picture this. Save the dates are going out, everyone's making plans, and the learner, crickets. He's the only one who doesn't get a magnet, no email, no nothing.
Ouch, that's gotta sting. Especially in the age of social media where everyone's constantly posting about every little detail.
Right, and the comments section was all over that. Like, dude, if it's not Instagram official, did it even happen? But yeah, you can imagine the learner's feeling a little left out.
So what does he do?
Well, initially he tries to play it cool, doesn't want to rock the boat or seem like he's making a big deal out of it. But then the wedding comes up in conversation, as it inevitably does, and everyone just assumes he's sorted for the trip.
Oh no, I can already see where this is going. That awkward moment when you have to pretend you knew all along, but secretly, you're dying inside.
Exactly. One commenter even said it was like that feeling in gym class when teams are being picked and you're the last one standing there awkwardly.
Oh, that's brutal. Poor learner. So does he finally say something?
He doesn't have to. Enter Tracy, the true MVP of this story.
Oh, tell me, Tracy's the friend who swoops in and saves the day.
She's the best. She sees what's going on and isn't afraid to call it out. She basically confronts the group, asking straight up why the learner hasn't received an invitation.
You go, Tracy. I feel like so many people would just stay silent in that situation to avoid conflict.
Right, but not Tracy. She's all about that honesty.
Mm-hmm.
And her little intervention, well, it sets off a whole chain of events that just adds fuel to the fire.
Oh no, this sounds juicy. What happens next?
Well, a month before the wedding, a month, mind you, the learner gets a text from Greg. A casual, hey man, hope you can make it to the wedding kind of text.
A text. Seriously, after all that, he gets a last-minute text.
Yep, you heard that right. And the comments section went wild. People were like, that's not an invitation, that's a guilt trip with a side of, we messed up, but it's too late for you to do anything about it.
Ouch. Yeah, I can see why people would say that. So what does the learner do? Does he bite back?
He takes the high road, explains that due to work and the short notice, he won't be able to make it. And you would think that's the end of it, right? Wrong.
Wait, there's more. Of course there's more.
Buckle up because this is where it gets really good. The learner gets a Facebook message from Shannon the bride herself.
No way. What did she say? Sorry for forgetting to invite you.
Not even close. She messages him asking why he hasn't RSVP'd yet.
Hold on. She's serious. She has the audacity to ask why he hasn't RSVP'd when she completely forgot to invite him in the first place.
You see why this story blew up online, right? It's like a masterclass in wedding drama, and the comment section, forget about it. Everyone was losing their mind.
I bet.
Yeah.
So what does the learner do? This poor guy's stuck between a rock and a hard place.
He does what most of us would probably do in that situation. Tries to avoid further drama. He gives a vague apology, smooths things over, but you can tell he's hurt.
I can only imagine. And to think, this is just the tip of the iceberg.
Oh, there's so much more to unpack here. Little does the learner know, the real reason behind his non-invitation is about to come to light.
So the learner is left feeling confused and hurt, and then bam, the internet detectives over in the comments section start digging.
Oh yeah, they were on the case, piecing together clues from the learner's updates and responses. And you know what they uncovered? The reason for the great wedding snub wasn't a lost invitation or some big misunderstanding. It was something way more, shall we say, petty.
Okay, now you've got to spill the tea. I need all the juicy details.
Well, it turns out the mastermind behind the learner's exclusion was, wait for it, Greg's best man.
Greg's best man. Hold up, I thought we were talking about close friends here. Who is this guy?
That's the thing. He wasn't even really a close friend. More like a distant acquaintance of the group. You know, the type always lurking on the edges of the friend group, trying to insert themselves into the drama.
Ugh, I know exactly the type. So what's his beef with the learner? Did they have some past falling out? I don't know about.
Yeah. One commenter put it perfectly. They said, this best man reminded them of that kid in school who'd eat glue just to get a reaction. Apparently, this guy just thrived on drama.
Some people, right. Okay, but what was his actual reason for excluding the learner?
Get this. He found the learner annoying.
He found him annoying. That's
Yeah.
it. That's the grand reason for this whole wedding debacle. Someone's subjective opinion about the learner being annoying.
You've got it. And apparently, this best man had Greg's ear because he somehow managed to convince him to exclude the learner from the wedding.
No way. Are you serious? The learner thought they were good friends with Greg this whole time, and he was just humoring him.
Seems like it. And the comment section, let's just say they had a lot to say about Greg not being the friend everyone thought he was.
This is insane. I can't believe this is all happening over someone being annoying. But what about Tracy? Where does she fit into all of this? It seems like she's the only one who actually had the learner's back.
Oh, Tracy is the true hero of this story. She told the learner that Shannon knew about the whole exclusion thing all along.
Hold on. Are you telling me that Shannon's whole "why didn't you RSVP" message was a total lie?
100%. And the internet, my friend, did not hold back. Someone even said Shannon was playing a game of social chess, and she used the learner as her pawn.
That's cold. You think after that save the date blunder she would have learned her lesson? The internet sees all, Shannon.
Right. But remember how she basically forced Greg to send that last-minute invite, even though it was practically impossible for the learner to make it?
Yeah, it felt more like damage control than a genuine invitation.
Exactly. It seems like she was trying to control the narrative, make it look like the learner was included, but just bailed on them.
Well, her plan backfired, didn't it? Leave it to the internet to sniff out the truth.
Oh, absolutely. And the truth is, Tracy and a few other friends actually spoke up for the learner, which caused some tension within the group.
Oh, so there were cracks in this perfect friend group all along. I should have known.
Right. It's like this whole saga just keeps getting more and more complicated. It really makes you think about social dynamics, peer pressure, and how hard it can be to stand up for what you believe in, especially when everyone else seems to be going along with the crowd.
It really does make you wonder how often these kinds of things happen in our own lives. You know, the unspoken tensions, the fear of rocking the boat. So what happens next? What does the learner do with all of this information? So the learner's got this whole messy situation on his hands, hurt feelings, fractured friendships, and a whole lot of drama. What does he do next?
Well, he does what any sensible person would do in this situation. He takes a step back. You know, sometimes you need a little distance to gain some perspective.
Absolutely. It's hard to see the forest for the trees when you're in the thick of it.
Yeah.
So did he ever actually say what he planned to do about the friend group?
He kept it pretty vague, which honestly is fair enough in a situation like this, but that didn't stop the comment section from offering up their 2 cents. Oh no, they had plenty of opinions.
Oh, I bet. So what were the prevailing schools of thought? Forgive and forget versus cut your losses, I'm guessing.
You hit the nail on the head. Camp Forgive and Forget was all about giving people the benefit of the doubt, emphasizing communication, understanding, all that good stuff.
Which on the surface sounds reasonable enough. Friendships have their ups and downs, right?
Right, but then you had Camp Cut Your Losses, and they were not mincing words. There was this one comment that really stuck with me. They said, holding on to toxic friends is like clinging to a cactus. The longer you hold on, the more it hurts.
Ouch. That's a pretty vivid analogy. I can see why that resonated with people. So which camp seemed to have the most support?
It was actually pretty divided, which I think speaks to the complexity of these kinds of situations in real life. There's no easy answer, right? Some people were all about second chances, while others were firmly in the know your worth camp.
I can see both sides. It's a tough call. There's that saying, though, we don't lose friends, we just learn who our real ones are. And it sounds like the learner might be going through a bit of that.
Totally. This whole saga really sparked a fascinating conversation in the comments about the nature of friendships, how they evolve over time, and the courage it takes to walk away from relationships that no longer serve you.
That's such an important message. And it's easy to get caught up in the drama of it all, but at the end of the day, it's the learner's life, and he gets to choose who he wants in it.
Absolutely. And sometimes the most unexpected events, like a wedding invitation or lack thereof, can be the catalyst for some serious self-reflection and growth.
This whole story is like a crash course in navigating friendships, social dynamics, and the delicate dance of wedding etiquette.
And it reminds us that clear communication is key. But sometimes, even with the best intentions, misunderstandings happen, and it's how we choose to respond that truly matters.
So true. And hey, if there's one thing we can all take away from the learner's experience, it's the importance of surrounding yourself with people who have your back, like Tracy, who aren't afraid to speak up for what's right, even when it's uncomfortable.
Yes. Cheers to the Tracys of the world.
Absolutely.